just to be with you. Deep inside I hope. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Mike Gross at YouTube.com. I was jamming some Mr. Big, Paul Gilbert, who's my absolute favorite guitar player. Hands down, man. It'd be him and Steve Vai just like right next to each other. And then Malmsteen. Anyways, you've tuned into the top 50 greatest guitar riffs. I did have a request for Be With You, this song, from Mr. Big. I'm not sure what part you wanted in this. There'll be a time and a place where we can do the whole song in the near future. But I want to show you guys a solo to this. It's very, very melodic, using little pieces of chords and stuff. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I'll play you the solo first and then we'll break it down. Okay, that's basically it. So let me show you. It's kind of following the, well, it is following the vocal melody line Jeff Martin sang over this for the chorus. It's not the verse, it's the chorus. So that's how Paul thought this solo out. So here's what we're going to do. 2D with your first finger. And I believe this is standard tuning. I hope I got that right, guys. Finger 2, 2nd fret D, first finger, 1st fret G. Okay, start with that. Make sure they're both clear, you know. And if they're both clear, then hit them together. And then what we're going to do is move up to 4D and 2G. I'm using my 3rd finger and my index. And I'm taking that, sliding it a whole step up to 6 and 4. That may take a little getting used to. As that's ringing, I'm hitting the high E string open. For me, an upstroke on that. And the next part is 7D and 6G. Those are the fingers I'm choosing to use. And then I go to 6D and 4G, like that. Make sure these are all clear though as you're playing them. And then I'm barring the 4th fret on the D and the G. And then we're going to play those 2 strings twice. But make sure you can hear them. Once they're clear, then you go. So, the first time you hit it, you're going to hit it again, and you're going to hammer onto fret 6 on the D string. Okay, Hendrix did this a lot with little chord chunks. When you hammer on, let me get this more appropriate for you guys. You're going to hammer on to the 6th fret on the D. You got to make sure that this, whatever finger you use, I'm using my 3rd, that it doesn't get in the way of the G string underneath of it, because we're barring that, remember? So usually, I've showed a few students this over the years, they'll go to hammer on and the way it lands, it just mutes out the underneath string. And you don't want that. So you got to work at your knuckle, make sure that it's pivoted at an upward angle coming down on the string. Okay? The way it's sitting now, well, I'll just show you. You can see how my knuckle's up. If I pivot it down like that, it's too much. It'll mute it out. So that's going to take some getting used to. So it's, you're going to do that twice. Okay, that's the first quarter of this riff. Then you're going to go back and go, start it over. So we have. Actually, it's a repeat up to there. You're sliding up to 6-4, high E open, 7-6 on the D and G, and then back to 6D, 4G. So, and then start it over. This is the second part. Actually, then you'll stop at the 7-6. You don't go back to the 6-4. And then go middle finger 5B, index 4E. Okay? Make sure they're clear. and then hit them together. And then this part, pretty cool. So what he's doing here, he's picking the 2nd fret on the high E with his index, or got the index finger here. Pick, hammer to the 4th fret, pull off to the 2nd. So don't lift this up. Once this 1st finger's down, leave it there for now. Then pull off to an open string. And there's like a pause. Da 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 da. Then open B and high E string. Take your thumb after that and pop this low E. And if you listen close to it, you can tell he's popping it like that. So that little 2nd part is. Okay, then I'm going to go back to. That's like the 1st part, remember? And then we won't finish it out. Instead, we're going to 7B, 6G, like that. Hit those, and then we need 9 on the G and 9 on the B. I'm using my 3rd and 4th finger for that. So that little piece goes. You can subgroup that. Okay, the last part. Let me show you that. 3rd finger, 9th fret on the A. Do a whole step slide. Okay, up to 11. And then go 9D, 11D. So I'm using my 1st and 3rd fingers for this, starting with my 3rd though. And then 1st finger, 9G. And then pinky 12B. So we have, it's also alternate picked on that. Then back to 9G. So when you do the slide here, 9A, that's a downstroke. Then you do another downstroke on the 9D, then you alternate pick, okay? So it's pick, slide, down, up, then down back on the 9G. Then middle finger 10B, and then 1st finger 9B. Kind of vibratos that. Then go middle finger 10B, pinky 12B. When you hit that 12B, slide descending to around the 9th fret. You don't want to hear it stop though. You're going for the effect of the slide here, guys. So it's a good subgroup, and that's probably, I'd say, the hardest part of this. It's going to be getting used to that. Pretty solo, huh? Paul is the man. First finger 6G, step and a half slide up, and then slide back to where you started. So you slide in the 9 and back, and then pick when you get there. Then this part, middle finger 5B, 1st finger 4E, like that. And then this hammer pull thing again with a different ending. So you'll pick the 2nd fret, hammer to 4th, pull off to 2, pull off to open, and then an open B, picked. So, and then pick the high E, open again. Okay, subgroup that. Go up and do a natural harmonic on, not a pinch, but a natural harmonic on fret 12 on the high E. If you're not sure how to do those, you go right above the 12th fret wire. And if you're like this, it won't work. If you're like this, it won't work. You got to be right above it. And I'm not pushing down. I'm just lightly setting my finger there. You can also tune using these kind of harmonics. Okay, so if you just put light pressure on it and pick, and if you don't have a sound, or sometimes they won't come out very loud, so you'll have to So it's kind of muty sounding. You want it to be, and as soon as you pick, lift it up. That's natural harmonics. It's different than pinch harmonics. And then as that's ringing, this is really cool. It almost mimics a steel guitar. Really cool sounding, like a slide type thing. Sounds country-ish a little bit. Go 11G, whatever finger, I'm using my middle. And pick and slide up to 13, so it's a whole step sharp on that. Okay, so we have. Alright, and that wraps it up for Mr. Big. To Be With You is the name of the song. And that's my guitar hero, man. Paul Gilbert. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'll keep bringing you guys some lessons, some requests. This is one of the lessons of many in the series of the top 50 greatest guitar riffs. Some picked by me, some by you, some by my students, and so on and so on. So break this stuff down, subgroup it, and appreciate you guys tuning in today, and we will talk to you soon. This is Mike Gross at youtube.com/mg free guitar lessons.